Good evening, everyone, and I am so happy to be with you. If our background looks different today, it is because we are in a different location. We are being thankful and blessed to have the opportunity to be in Newark, New Jersey at Massey's Insurance Agency. Massey is your protection. They have been around 41 years. They do insurances, business, commercial insurance. Visit their website or give them a call. And they do all of my insurance for my camps and all my programs. So thank you, Massey Agency, for allowing us to be in your presence today. As you know by now, I am Joetta. I am your 4-time Olympian, motivational speaker, author, entrepreneur. I guess in a way I'm your every woman type person, but on a serious tip, I am just so thankful to be here in the studio. As I always say, I have an amazing co-host. His name is Tyrone Johnson. Thank you, Tyrone, for being with me as well. He retired after 25 years of fighting fires in the city of Newark. He's a decorated firefighter. He's a health and wellness mental coach. He's a high school renowned coach, and also he's my dear friend. So thank you for being with me, and we're gonna do a great show. Be extraordinary. So how's your day been going?
My day is fine. Thank you for asking.
Your day is fine. Thank you for asking. My day has been going well too. We don't have that camp this week. That camp kind of took it out of us.
Yeah.
Last week with those kids, but it was such an amazing time. They learned so much fun, and that was my 20th annual camp. And I say, Mike, without you helping me 20 years ago, it wouldn't have made it this far. So thank you for the support of the camp. And so with all that being said, you know, he's so modest, but we're gonna have him warm up today because we are talking about summertime fitness, and this program, along with the other ones that we've done for the month of July, the sponsor for that is the Currnt. And when I say the Currnt, that's CURRNT, no E. So check out their website, thecurrnt.com. They're sponsoring our summertime fitness, and they have handcrafted unique jewelry for every woman. We all like jewelry, so if you don't get it, hint, you can get it yourself. Go to their website, and you'll find some wonderful pieces. As that song says, living your life like it's golden. So there's a lot of gold jewelry on the website for you to take a peek at.
Yes.
So with that being said, you want to tell them the rules of the show?
Okay. As of every week, we go through our little segments. This is going to be 3 different segments of 20 minutes. And the rules are going to be, we're going to do a warm-up the first 20 minutes of the show. Then we do a short workout session for you, and then the warm down. So it's 3 different segments. And if anybody raise your hand. Day is, what's the name of the show?
Summertime Fitness.
But what's the name? What are we talking about?
We're talking about health and wellness and workouts.
And we're talking about something special that's in our system.
Yes.
And it's called
FAT.
Body fat.
Body fat.
So
body fat.
Although this is a workout / fitness session, we're talking about body fat today. That's one of the things that we want to get into. So we're going to go through the first segment of the warm.
In the video, we're going to set the stage for the rest of the program. And it's about a minute watching, because then you have all the details and how we're going and what we're going to talk about. Here we go.
A lean belly leads to a healthier, longer life. So when we measure around our waist, we're really measuring this gelatin fat. You see how closely packed together the organs are here? You need that amount of fat. That's healthy. But over here, this is unfortunately what a lot of us are dealing with. All that excess fat surrounding your organs. Your organs are separated by basically this toxic goop. I call it an alien invader. And I want to talk to everyone a little bit about what's happening inside your abdomen and why having a lean belly is such a key to good health. So you're walking around with too much abdominal fat. This fat you're looking at is visceral fat. It doesn't just sit there. It truly is toxic goop encircling all of your organs. It's increasing inflammation. It actually secretes chemicals that increase inflammation throughout your body. But it also affects your cardiovascular system. It increases over time your blood pressure, amongst other things. And as all these parameters are changing, your abdomen, that visceral belly fat, is doing other things. It's increasing production of something called interleukin-6. This chemical further increases inflammation throughout your body. And as this happens, something else really interesting is occurring. Your metabolism is being governed by this excess body fat. Adiponectin is affected. And what does it do when you don't have enough of it? It tells you to store more belly fat. So it's a vicious cycle to poor health. Your liver is overwhelmed with cholesterol. Well, what does that lead to? Plaque buildup in your arteries. And when you get plaque buildup, what happens next? Oftentimes, I see you in the ER, fatal heart attack, and everyone always says, what could I have done differently? Well, the answer is right here now, you've got to target excess belly fat. Belly fat leads to heart disease, cancer, stroke, arthritis, type 2 diabetes, even sexual dysfunction. And I don't want everyone to have to deal with that. Well,
things that are going to get us ready for the JoTyme the fitness challenge. So what we're going to do right now is talk about the warm-up. It's so very important to have a warm-up, and that is the basis of the workout. We showed you that about body fat because we're going to also tap into that later on in the program. But right now we're going to talk about warm-up and why it's important to warm up.
It's really important to warm up. First, before we go on to this session, a little video show the compact, and it showed once our stomach, our belly, our core, we spreads. So to tighten back up, we're gonna have to do a lot of different things: breathing, drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, vitamins and everything. But the warm up is really important because the warm up loosens up your arteries in different parts of your body, so we can breathe again. A lot of times we're so stiff from sitting all day, laying down, recovering from overnight. So the warm up that we want to do in the JoTyme Fitness is to get your body warmed up to get ready to go. Stretching, moving side to side, tracking that neck like mine just did. So the warm up gets your body ready to go.
And we always say that also the warm-up helps to move the blood through the bloodstream, body. So when you're moving the blood through the body, again, it's getting those muscles ready to do a workout. But the warm-up, how long should the warm-up be about?
5-10 minutes. Athletes do a warm-up from 30 to 40, sometime an hour. Even a boxer, professional boxer, he'll jump rope and spar by himself for an hour before he can go in the ring. But for us, if I'm about to do a 20-minute workout, I'm going to do some light jogging or jump rope, and then I'm going to come to my basic static stretches to warm my body up. And then I might do some dynamic stuff to get my heart rate up before I start warming up.
And it's so important to realize too that when you are doing your warm-up, and we're going to show you some things to do, but when you're doing your warm-up, it's okay to get your heart rate up, but your heart rate should not be as high as it would be for the workout. No. So even though you want your heart rate to go up high, you don't want the warm-up to be like a workout. Yes. Because we're not doing workout, we're doing warm-up and then go into your workout.
And like Joetta said, a warm-up can be simple, like waking up or getting off your chair and just doing a couple of things, jumping up and down for you don't have to go fast. All you're doing is moving certain parts of your body, in every part. You want to go from neck up, then you go this part, the midsection, and then you go legs. And static stretching is a really good part because...
Tell them what is static stretching?
A static stretch is a stretch that's just a short hold. So static means if I'm holding like this, that's a static stretch. A dynamic stretch is you're doing stuff fast to get your body on. Static stretch side of your body. That's a static stretch. Bruce Lee, a lot of different and everything. This leg will always work to lift weights or do anything else.
And a warm-up stretching may look like the workout. The difference is that you're holding the positions for a little bit longer. The workout, you're pretty much, you're kind of like going nonstop a little bit with a small recovery. But when you're doing your warm-up, you're static stretching, you're holding and you're moving slower. So again, even though the exercises may look like a workout, but it really isn't. Hold your stretches and you take your time, whereas in the workout, you're not really doing that.
No. So, and you could pick points of your house, points out on the street or wall. So anything a static stretch, you can do it for your calves, for your shins, for your hamstrings, different type of things. We're going to show you a lot of that stuff, you know, in the JoTyme Fitness app, that how do you do stretches for your back, your arms, your legs, your core. And then when you start doing it, you know, the jumping jacks and everything like that, you're warmed up already. You don't ever want to just go out the house and just run 20 miles. Go out the house, just get on your bike and go. Go out the house and just start shooting a basketball. Every sport that you see, especially if they're professional and even amateur, watch how long they warm up. A basketball player shoots 50 times with his suit on. And then when it's time to play, he has shorts and a tank top on, and he's loose already. So you want to get your body loose.
And I think too, as a runner, even now, I do some stretching. When I was younger, I would just get out of bed and just go outside and run. As we get older, we have to warm up the body.
Yeah.
I hear so many of my friends are trying to play basketball with their kids or soccer with their girls or compete with their kids, and they end up pulling hamstrings, quads, Achilles. There's so much going on. Look, your day is come and gone. Let the kids have it. Please warm up. And at JoTyme Fitness, we're going to talk to you about warming up. Again, the importance of warming up, the importance of staying hydrated, and all of that is essential, because we don't want anyone not being able to be part of this challenge because you decide not to warm up. Now, we have what we call the check-in. The check-in is when we go to the audience and ask you to check in with us on what you did for a warm-up today. So does someone want to raise their hand or put in the chat what you did for a warm-up today? Now, I'm sure it is about 5:45 or so now, and I know that this morning you did what we suggested last week, was to get up, get spiritually connected, even with some of your incense and some of your oils. And then I know that you did your warm up and you did a light workout before you went back to work. So does anyone want to talk about what they did this morning for a warm up? I don't think we have anybody talking about that, huh?
I don't see any hands up right now.
That's okay. Well, no hands up, so I know you did that. What we're gonna do right now is talk about that video until you think about that, because if you saw that video and you saw what body fat and fat looks like, I know you want to start getting with the system, the JoTyme system, to work on not having that body fat, which leads to so many different diseases.
Yes.
You want to talk about that point for a little bit?
Yes. Now, last week we went over blood, different blood types, what the blood does. So we told you that plasma is 90% water. So the plasma holds the blood together, which is red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. So what happens is when you start to gain, you know, fat in your system, everybody needs fat. You need fat, you know, for energy. You need fat sometimes when it's cold, you know, it protects us, it warms us up. You know, all foods have different type of fats in it. So what we do is now we got to control and burn that fat off. So in order to do that, you have to start doing the things that start to shrink that belly, start to shrink different parts of your body, you know, bring it back down to that size. And to do that, water, different type of vitamins and fruits and vegetables. but the main thing is exercise. That's the main thing. Joetta always say, keep the main thing the main thing.
I got that from my buddy Norm Tate, who came to my camp. He always says, keep the main thing the main thing. So when we're talking about body fat and getting your weight under control and getting to your best body composition, remember to keep the main thing the main thing.
And work on, I always say our body's like a star. You put your hands out, your hands out, star, what you do, people just think, and all that stress we hold enough. Sometimes the body goes that way. So a lot of times, what you got to do is start to clear all of the stress and all of that parts, that soft stuff becomes hard again. So that's what we're working on. We're going to do all the way up here and keep going back down. And it's going to take time. It's not overnight, but I've seen a lot of different people go from, you know, just being tired, not energetic, stressed out, don't have a lot of energy. And when they start working out 15, 20, 30 minutes up, metabolism starts to fire up. And then next thing you know, you start looking good and your watch, like this is the last thing holding my watch. So a lot of times I would put my watch on, I would be at the third hole, but now I'm back down here. So I gotta stay here for a minute. But a lot of things that we do, we want to take our time, inch by inch.
Right.
I don't want an overnight success story. 20 days, you lost 100 pounds. No.
And you say inch by inch, it's by the yard is hard, by the inch is a cinch. So take it nice and slowly, and that's what we're doing right now. What we're trying to do is bring you into the fitness world. So next month in August, you have all the information. So when we hit the ground running, with the fitness, you'll be able to keep up with us and keep up with yourself and stay true to the 28-day challenge. At the Be Extraordinary podcast, you tune in to hear conversations with leaders, influencers, and people that will inspire you. Right now, we hope to inspire you to reach your fullest potential in all areas. So that's so very important. So it looks like we had our next session to go by quickly, as we always say, but I think that this next session will take time, and we want you to be part of it, to participate. So this will be our workout session. So we've warmed up, and now we're in the workout session. How long should we work out? What do you think is a good amount of time for people to work out?
A beginner should be between 15 and 20 minutes. Somebody that has a little bit more time, maybe 30 minutes. But the average person, 30 minutes is good 4 or 5 days a week. You know, if you're not on an athletic scholarship or going pro,
Yes.
that hour is a lot, because what it's going to do is it's going to burn a lot of calories and make you hungry. So you want to creep up to that point.
And then with everyone going back to work too and trying to get reacclimated, you may not have the time or commitment to an hour and 2 hours like you did when we were in COVID shutdown. People were walking for 2 hours and then they would go by the bike and they were exercising all day. Now you're going to go back to another point of exercising, but we do want you to at least do 20 minutes. At JoTyme Fitness, we believe in 6 to success. So we have cardio, core, arms, abs, legs, and we jump rope. And in doing that, we do about 20 minutes. That's all we're doing. And sometimes that includes the warm up and the warm down. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna talk about some exercises that you can do at home. So Tyrone was gonna go get in position for that. And while he does that, we want you to do what you can with him. If you want to work out with him, that'd be great. Follow along with him, and he's going to show you what to do. We're going to do this seated this time because we're not outside. We don't want you to leave from in front of your phone or your computer. So if you're in a position to kind of work along with him, he's going to work on some
Breathe in. They have to work through. So the first thing we're going to do is a little bit of arm exercises, upper body. So you can go out and get a band, Target, Walmart, Home Depot, anywhere. Just a regular band. I usually tie it, or they come tied with it. Around with it. So I'll use this band. And when I do my exercises, I hold the band like this, and then I'll go up, out, and down. So I'll go up, hold it for a second. I'll go out. You guys can do it without the band if you don't have a band with you, and then down. Okay, same thing. Up, out, and down. So usually I do that maybe 5 times. I go 5 different sections, and what it does is works all the parts of your shoulder, your pecs, and your back. Okay? Same thing. You can do it with the same thing. If anybody has this is 10 pounds, but you can have a 5-pound weight. You can do the same thing in a seated position. Up, okay? Out, and down. So that's another different workout, okay? Then we'll go through, if you got a water bottle, or if you got a 5-pound, 2-pound, 3-pound, doesn't matter. That's a curl. We're gonna do a couple of curls. And when you do the curls, you hold it together. And you come up, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay? With that position, we still do 10 seconds. Okay? Everybody, when I'm doing these different exercises, you can do it with me. Okay? Another exercise that I do is for my legs. I have a thing on my leg, and what I usually do is, let me see if I can lower this down a little bit. Okay. So same thing. You can either have a 2-pound, 4-pound, 5-pound weight on your leg if you want to. And what I do is I sit down in the chair. I do all of mine standing up, but since you're seated, we do the same thing. You put your foot down, and all you're doing is bringing your leg up. You're holding it for 1 second. Bring it back down. Up again, 1 second. Back down. That's working all this part of your legs, your hamstrings, your quads, your ankles. So that right there is a good exercise too. And you can stand up when you get a chance, and you can go backwards with it. Weights are really good for your legs, so you go sideways with it. So weights are really good to get that form back into your legs. Okay? Another important stretch or workout for us is, this is light. It's a foam roller. So a lot of times when people just want to get certain parts of their body loose at the same time, you can roll the foam roller. This is also a workout. You can roll up and down. That's giving you form, and it's actually working your quads at the same time. You can hold the foam roller. They come smaller too. They come half this way. So usually what I do is I hold it up in the air, and I do a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I go there and I go right back up. This thing probably weighs less than a pound. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All these things is just going to start loosening your body up before we get into the really hard, tough workouts. So like I said, you can get any type of band. They come in different sizes. You know, blue is for lightweight, green is medium, orange is for heavy. So, and they come different ones, heavy bands, light bands, and medium bands. And as you can see on the back, you can do squats with them too. So right now, we're gonna do different things with the bands once the app and stuff come out. But for right now, in the seated position, same thing. I want people to do this in the morning when you're home, you know, when you're at work. Just do certain things. Everything is a 5 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all you need to do for right now to get your blood going. So thank you for that section, and we will see you in 2 seconds.
Wow. That was really good, Tyrone, to have you do that and to show them, and hopefully that you had the opportunity to work along with them just to get an idea about how we're going to do the exercises with JoTyme Fitness. So often people make excuses, but we want to eliminate excuses. We're going to do this together as one big family. And so I can't wait for us to be part of the challenge starting in August. But what he just did was showed you some things that you can start doing now and showed you some of the items that you're going to need. Some bands, some light weights. And again, depending on how strong you are already, that will determine what size waist that you get or the band that you get. But if you are not able to get those things, I'm sure you have some books or some water bottles at home that you can use, and it will be just as effective. So it just depends on where you are. And at JoTyme Fitness, we meet you where you are. So we have a health tip, and this has been very fun seeing you put these together, because this has been a very big part of the show. So here's our JoTyme stage already with that video.
So the first slide is why do we need fats? So okay, there we go. So fat helps brain development and function. 60% of our brain is fat, 60%. So that's a high number. Okay, like I said, we need fat in our body to survive. Okay, as a structural compound of cells. So that's a compound, and the cells are made of fat also. And then supports the absorption of vitamins A, D, E, and K. So we already have different vitamins in our system. But guess what? Because we have them in our system don't mean that we can be vitamin deficient at times. A lot of times from the cold months, December to March, vitamin D is not in our system, vitamin E, and that's why we always tired. So sometimes you might have to go out and get another vitamin D, and K also, the same thing. So, and then we're gonna go with certain types help to keep a healthy heart and blood vessels. So certain types of fat helps to keep a healthy heart and blood vessels to flow and hit at the right, rhythm. And it's a good source of energy. Like I said, there's good fats and bad fats. So can you go to the next slide?
That's what we are now. We are.
Okay. So the good fats are good for your heart, your cholesterol, and your overall health. They lower bad LDL cholesterol levels while increasing good HDL cholesterol levels. They lower the risk of heart disease and stroke, and they lower your blood pressure. So a lot of times when we're eating this monounsaturated fat or the polyunsaturated fat, olive oil, canola oils, sesame seed oil, flaxseed oil, nuts, fatty fish, just like tuna, salmon, and trout. Those things right there, they help to release some of the things in our system faster. And then we come back, and I think we have a slide for bad fats.
And the good fats, that's a lot of good food. So I'm sure we have a lot of those foods in our cabinets and refrigerators, so that's good that you have that. So look at the bad fats. How many, I know we're gonna see some hands raised. How many of you have some of this bad fat today? I'm not raising my hands, but
I did. I had fried food today for lunch.
Yes.
But one thing about bad fats, if you eat too much of it, like 4 or 5 times a week, it's gonna make you gain weight. It's gonna clog your arteries. It's gonna increase the risk of certain diseases because they're just bad for you. You know, saturated fat and trans fat, that's the whole. So meat, milk, chips, pizza. It's not that we can't have them. What we can't do, a lot of good fats, and every now and then just have bad fats.
And I tell you what, it's ironic because some of those items I like, you know, we all have some fried chicken from time to time, but I don't use vegetable shortening to do that. So I can't wait for the segment for us to cook healthy, good foods. And so when we do that the week before, we're gonna tell you what to go out to buy so you can cook along with us and have your food. And guess what? It's gonna taste just as good with the healthy foods as it did with some of this saturated fat and trans fat.
Yes.
Delicious.
Now, remember what I just said about the good fats and the bad fats. If you want your body to be on a down slope and you're feeling bad, guess what? You're gonna feel worse once you go to the doctor because the first thing they're gonna give you is all good fats. And it's not gonna be any salt in there, no trans fat, no saturated fat. So, you know, do it now so you don't have to do it later. Okay, and then we go on to the, okay, new research has revealed that fats are more on a continuum of good to bad than previously thought. So they're finding out now that good fats and bad fats, disease and everything like that. Okay, so while the trans fats are harmful to your health, saturated fats are not currently linked to increased health disease risk, okay? However, they likely aren't as healthy as monounsaturated or polyunsaturated fats can be, okay? Healthier fats are an important part of our diet. Still crucial to moderate your consumption of them because all fats are high in calories. So don't ever get that, you know, messed up or don't think about, okay, I ate this fat, I can eat a lot of this. No, it's in moderation. Everything is because calories. Remember I told you, 2,000 calories per day will keep you at especially with good fats, you won't gain a pound in a week. If you do 2,000 calories for 7 days, that's what the studies say. So then as a result, it's a good idea to incorporate foods that contain monounsaturated, unsaturated, and polyunsaturated fats. It's a strategy that will help your heart and improve your quality of life.
That's right.
Okay. Now, this is one question that I wrote down that maybe somebody would have probably asked, but they didn't. It's how do I lose my fat stomach or my stomach fat?
Now it's okay to ask questions. We're one big family right now, so we don't judge anybody. But since no one asked that question on today, people always ask. That's the first question. How do we lose our fat stomach? How do we get our stomachs toned? And also your arms. How do you get those arms?
Those two things.
So he
so
has
before, remember, I didn't have muscle because I was in the COVID thing. So now my chest can move a little, my heart, but it's getting hard again. And the same thing with my arms. But guess when I didn't have anything, I felt defeated. So what does that say?
So he's going to answer. He wants to know, how do you lose the body fat? How do you lose your stomach fat? So
okay. Things that I wrote down that will help you lose gut. You know, okay. Eat plenty of soluble fiber, okay? They got a lot of different things, pill form, powder form, fibers, and different type of foods. You have to do a lot of fiber. Fiber grabs all of that nasty stuff and it gets rid of it. Avoid foods that have trans fat. When you look on the back of something and it says trans fat, we only allow 1% trans fat a day. So if you look at something and it got trans fat in it and you eat something else, that's 2 things you already done before the day's out with trans fat. So try, to cut down on maybe once a week, okay? Avoid drinking too much alcohol, same thing. Alcohol is gonna, settle in your stomach and you're just gonna, get big.
And a lot of times people say to me, Joetta, I'm going to the gym, I'm working out, I'm doing all this stuff, but my stomach is still not getting down. I'm doing ab workouts, and that's because you're drinking a lot of alcohol. One reason, a lot of alcohol, that is, he said, increases that tummy area. We all have the muscle there. The problem is there's fat overlaying it. So what we want to do is get rid of some of that fat over time, but that only happens by eating correctly and exercising.
Yes, and reduce your stress level. You don't have to be stressed all day. This morning I woke up, I got a flat tire. What did I do? I had 2 options. Sit down, take it off, or since I'm paying for AAA, call AAA.
Yes.
30 minutes later, AAA came, switched my tire, and I went to work. So keep the stress level down and cut down on the carbs. And the most important thing of all is exercise. Exercise. This is exercise. Anything you're doing is exercise. And I got a question from Tiffany, thigh gap. How do you get thigh gap? How do you get thigh gap? Okay, one thing about the thighs is an important part of your body. Let me take that back. Women, the thighs is an important part of their body. Men, the thighs is not an important part of their body. Because I can stand up right now and show you I don't have any thighs. But they can see it. I don't have any thighs. I have quads and hamstrings, but a lot of times what happens is the more you sit down, you got to start doing a lot of squats. You got to do this thing called fire hydrants. Fire hydrants is when you're sitting on 4s and you just swing your leg, swinging it in. All those walking up and down the stairs, that changes our body throughout our life as we get 20, 30, 40, 50. So if gravity is the thing that's bringing things down, what do you have to do? So walking up a hill, Joetta does it now. Walking backwards up a hill. If everybody that wants to be toned in the bottom part of their body, if you just find stairs or a hill and just maybe 10 stairs and walking up backwards, that'll take care of everything.
Over time, everything is over time. And so right now, we're at a point now where our time is coming to the last and final segment. Remember, if you have any questions about the segments, please put them in the chat or raise your hand so we can let you in. Right now, we did a warm-up. We had an amazing workout. And then we talked about the fat and body fat and stomach fat and the cause to it. Our heart rate is beating quickly because we had an amazing workout. Yes. Now what we have to do in the warm down is to bring our heart rate back. It's so very important not to just get done with the workout and walk away. Yeah. No, we have to cool back. We have to get your body temperature back down, get the heart rate back down so you can go back with the normal day. We don't want your heart rate to continue to be fast because you can also, it's just because you worked out and warmed up, you can also hurt a muscle at doing that phase too. So the warm down phase, how long do you suggest that we warm down?
A good 5 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes.
Because during the warm up and the workout, you still want to drink water. So if you're doing that, the warm down won't be long. But if you're not drinking any water, what's going to wind up happening is that the warm down is going to be a little bit longer because you're still going to feel that stress in your body and that tightness. But when you're drinking water, you're still hydrating yourself and you're lubing your body as you're doing a workout.
And I think during the warm down earlier, some of the same and again, our for that because so you can participate as well. To breathe, to inhale through your mouth and take deep, long breaths. So that's so important. I used to be the elite athlete. I would do the workout, and sometimes we're so tired we cannot run down. So how soon after your workout should you run down? Can you just kind of recover, or
No.
you get it right away? So what's your
No,
suggestion?
and that's tough too, because I do it now. I go to the gym, and Joe know I go to the gym. I do roll, I do something. As soon as I'm done. I'll get my water. I relax for 2 or 3 minutes. Drink some water, get in a cool place, and then I start, doing things to warm my body down. I get that roll out, roll my body out. I stretch, different type of stretches. The warm down is not like the warm up. The warm up is dynamic stuff, when you're doing stuff to warm your body up. The warm down is, relaxing and bringing your body back to normal, to bring your heart rate down, butterflies and different things. You want to start breathing slow. And like I said, you're doing certain things and you're breathing. So you bring your heart rate and everything back down. So that's about 5 to 10 minutes of the warm down.
And there's nothing wrong with the warm-up phase to get a good massage, to get there are these different guns that we call massage guns that we're talking about as well, that you can use in your body with the massage guns, the foam roller. Those are important. And look, at home, we have tennis balls or things that you can put on those soft spots that you can roll on that too. So your body is like a temple. So you want to take good care of your body. So again, these are some of the things that you can use during the warm down. Your part for to lead that. A lot of athletes use that, and I now see people who are not elite athletes, but just people who are weekend warriors. They have the massage gun, and they absolutely love it. So that's something that you could think about investing in a little bit later on if you don't already have one. How many of you have that massage gun and get massages? And again, there are all types of massages for the warm down. You have relaxation massages. You have those ones that really get in and dig in, and they're really painful, but it feels good. So your body kind of tells you what you need. If you have a great massage therapist, they will be able to make sure that your body is being taken care of. And again, in August, we're going to do all of this. So what we're doing right now is hoping that you are taking down notes. And if you're not taking down notes, I want you to grab a piece of paper and pen now, because we have the JoTyme journal that will come out, and that journal will help you track what you're going to do. So if you want to order the JoTyme journal, all you have to do is go to the email, which is JoTymeFitness@gmail.com. That's JoTyme fitness@gmail.com. And that journal will be for you as you improve your body. You're going to go to the doctor. And right now, I want to do one more thing before we go to the questions, and that is it's so important for you to have insurance, health insurance, car insurance, and so Massey Insurance Agency is very good at all of that. Even if you don't live in the city of Newark, New Jersey, you can call, you can go to masseyinsurance.com, and they can help you and guide you through all of your insurance needs. After 41 years, women-owned organization and business, gotten so many amazing awards. After 41 years of doing this, I don't know of any other agency that will be as competent, as qualified, and courteous. So hard to find people that are courteous and care about your needs. They're trying to push something down your throat that you don't need. You won't have that problem there. How do I know? Because I use that service as well. So I hope you took a picture of that slide and you can write down the website and phone number. Give them a call so they can help you with your insurance needs as well.
Now, let me just give y'all a couple of things to do also when it comes to rehab. On if you're finished working out, you know, did the workout, get your warm down and stuff like that, but you might have aches and pains.
Right.
Okay, we did this a lot, you know, with people. We started out with Epsom salt baths, warm baths, and then we went from that point to just putting apple cider vinegar in a warm bath. You know, it was a little lighter, and it, you know, still brought all that lactic acid out of her body and the inflammation and stuff. What you do is you put the Epsom salt or the apple cider vinegar in the bath for about 20 minutes.
Right.
Do not get out. Let it go down the drain before you get out. Take all of that stuff out of your system. Get out, shower down, and I'm telling you, you're gonna feel much better. Other things you can do, ice. Ice at times when you're feeling, because what the body does when we, especially if you're warming up or working outside now, it's 100 degrees, or even in the gym, if your body warms up, you start warming up, that blood is going up, your body temperature is going up, so you got to cool down. A lot of times, your thighs, your knees, your ankles, you get an ice pack, put it on for 20 minutes on, 20 off, do it twice. That'll take swelling out, inflammation, all of that pain out. Another good thing is all of the different type of oils or creams. We do a lot of massage creams, different types. Anika oil is really good. You know, people do, you know, Bengay or the icy hot or the different ones. But I like Anika oil. That's a flower, and that's, you know, it doesn't stink or smell, and you just massage it into that part of your body, and it makes you feel better. It takes the sting out, the pain out.
Inflammation.
Inflammation,
Too, right?
yes. So it's a lot of things you can do after the workout before you want to go lay down, and always elevate. A lot of times when your legs are tired, especially people that work all day, sit down somewhere, put your legs up on a chair, a pillow for 20 minutes. That'll be like heaven.
Yes. Well, we got a question regarding a heart rate from Sheila. And so often we all have these watches now that can track your heart rate for you naturally. But if for some reason you want to go old school, and what I did was I would find my heart rate by my pulse by my neck. And I would count for 10 seconds, and then I would multiply that by 6. But I knew what my rate was going to be for the 10 seconds. So you find your heart rate, and then actually when you're in the walk, before you start your workout, it's good to get your heart rate, and then you can monitor it during the workout. So the resting heart rate might be 56, or for me, something along those lines. But then when I'm working out, it gets up to 30 times 6, it's like 180 to 200. And then in the cool down period, it should come down within 2 to 3 minutes. Your heart rate should come back down. So if you don't have one of those Apple watches or watches that can monitor your heart rate, please just find it on your neck, and then you do your count for 10 seconds, and you multiply that by 6, and that would give you your heart rate for that. People ask about the Nico oil cream. So can you tell them where they can go find the Nico oil cream? And there's some other creams
And
there
I
as
don't know if you
well.
can see it, but it's ARNICA, Anika oil. So that's how you spell it.
So again, it's ARNICA
Yes.
oil. That's how you get that.
You can go to the health food. The time you can go to a Whole Foods or a vitamin shop or somewhere like that, and you can find the Anika oil.
Yes, and again, that's very important to put that in your repertoire of vitamins and oils that you want to keep there. We have a couple of more questions that we want to talk to you about, and time is coming to a point where we're almost done, but we don't want to leave anyone the question for West to do now is this segment was so very important because it provides us the opportunity to talk to you about how we're going to get ready for this challenge in August. So here we go. I think I hear Wes on there, and I will continue with the challenge that we're going to do in August. Wes, there
Hey,
you are.
yeah, I couldn't hear you calling my name. My question was, how do you replenish those electrolytes without all that harmful sugar?
Yes.
That's a good question. Very good question, Wes, and that will be, Tyrone will talk to that point, and that's going to be doing the entire workout, not just at the end or the beginning.
Okay, they have different things that you can take. Pedialyte, organic Pedialyte now that's low in sugar and it's high in electrolytes. So this morning, after I went to work and got off, I went by and got me a bottle of the organic Pedialyte because I'm not a Gatorade person. Some people like Gatorade, but I'm not. And a lot of times you want to put the electrolytes back in your system as fast as you can. And after you work out, they also have strips that you can put in water, Pedialyte strips now. So like I said, you're never going to get away from any type of electrolyte that doesn't have a little sugar, but that's the best one that I found. And I got it from CVS.
Yes.
So that was the one that works for me.
And that's what I use as well.
Yes.
The Pedialyte to give you some energy and replenish those electrolytes, which is so very important. Thank you for asking that question about the electrolytes, and we look forward to having you on the show. Wes was our very first guest on the show, so thank you. So, any of you want a massage, if you live in Jersey, New York, it's worth the wear. And that area is things you can do. So make it a day trip. Go get him. You can email us, and we'll give you his address. Make the appointment. Mention the Be Extraordinary podcast, and make it a day. Go down to Bethlehem. Go to the mountains. Go canoeing. Just enjoy that area. So that's how it goes. Speaking about enjoying, I have been enjoying this show. The opportunity to show people what we're going to show them, and get excited about the JoTyme Fitness. The JoTyme Fitness app is coming soon. As a matter of fact, in about 7 to 8 days, we're going to go in the studio and start shooting at JoTyme Fitness. We meet you are. So if you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, we have something for you. And you can also contact Tyrone and I to do school programs, college programs, fitness programs, mental stress programs. And you can do all of that by visiting us at JoTymeFitness@gmail.com.
And a lot of times, the recovery part of the workout, the warm down, the cool down, for your muscles, I like to drink a lot of organic cherry juice.
Yes.
So I've been doing that maybe about 15 years. Organic cherry juice, pure, no sugar. And when I drink it, my muscles don't cramp up. I haven't had a cramp in my legs in so long because maybe about 4 years ago, after I retired, I became a football rep. So imagine at 50 years old, you go and take the course to become a football rep. And as soon as your first game comes, you're at Seton Hall Prep doing a freshman game, and you're running down the field chasing these little 14-year-old freshman boys. I didn't cramp up.
Right.
Most of the guys that were on the field with me cramped up. By the time I introduced them to the cherry juice,
Yes.
They felt a little bit better. That was our afternoon when we go into the locker room. We would drink that and go back to normal.
And make that part of your replenishing
Yes.
daily regimen, not just when you're working out, but that's something that you can drink all the time instead of drinking some of the other things that you're drinking, the orange juices, apple juices. Put something in your body that's healthy. As Tyrone said, it's important for us to eat to live, not to live to eat. So we want you to do that and to remember that as well. We have a lot going on. Joetta, this is opportunity to buy my perfume. I'm always pushing that because it's about being a champion, and Joetta's perfume body scrub and the body polish If you want that, you can go to joettaevents@yahoo.com. It's a fragrance that will help you be the champion that you are. People often say, we want to be like you. Well, you can't particularly be like me, but you can smell like me. So go get Joetta, and actually we're running some discounts right now, especially with conjunction to Summertime Fitness. And then we also have a couple more questions before we sign out here. There's people are saying that they love the show, so thank you very much for saying that to us. And we just want everyone to know that at the Be Extraordinary podcast, we want you to be the champion of your life, to be the best you that you can be. It's not about being an Olympic champion. It's not about being an Olympic champion. Why? Because I'm not one. But it's not about being an Olympic champion, but it's about being the champion of your life. It's not about rescuing people out of burning buildings. It's about rescuing yourself. So that is what Tyrone has done. That's what I did. We rescue people. We help people. But right now, we want you to help yourselves. We have about 2 more weeks. August 1st, we're going to start our 28-day JoTyme challenge. So make sure you get the JoTyme journal. Make sure you get all of the different ingredients and vitamins and exercise bands that we want you to get. So we're going to hit the ground running. We're going to do this together. We're going to measure different body parts of us, and we're going to make sure that you have your goals set and that you accomplish those goals. So Tyrone, do you have something to say in closing?
I just want to let everybody know that this is the time in your life. There's certain times that we have to, go to work and, raise the kids and do all of that house stuff. But the body getting back to normal, reshaping our mind, body, and soul, this is the time. So for me, it's like as soon as I can wake up, I wake up in the morning and I feel so refreshed, and I go, wow, did I feel better yesterday or do I feel better today? And like I said, I walked out of flat. That didn't stop me from not feeling good. And even now, I feel so much different from December when I really couldn't breathe and I had a lot of things, in my system. But flushing it out through all the things that I've either read or studied on or just knew, everything feels like amazing right now.
And that's a good thing that he feels thankful. I think a lot of times we take for granted, but being thankful is also fitness for the mind. So we talked about the soul, the body, and the mind, and we're going to do some financial fitness as well, but that's a little bit later on. But what I want you to know is that I always end the show by saying, it doesn't matter what road you take, but enjoy the journey. So I thank all of you for taking that journey along with us this evening and being part of the Be Extraordinary family. We look forward to seeing you next week because the Currnt is still sponsoring 2 more segments. And if any one of you want to be a sponsor as well. So again, the Currnt will be JoTyme Fitness, and our next week's guest will be Master Mike Gilliam, and he is a karate, taekwondo, black belt extraordinaire, and he will be on not talking necessarily about the importance of being able to defend yourself, about the importance about doing these exercises and these routines and what it does for you health-wise. So you should be a part of that. Did we have questions from Cheryl Norman? So I don't think I thought we had a question from Cheryl Norman. So we're at the point now where we're done. So I thank everyone for being part of the show. We look forward to seeing you next week. We look forward to you sharing what we are talking about to other individuals as well, so they can get on board with the Extraordinary podcast and also this fitness routine that we're gonna put together. So have a great rest of your evening. If you did not get outside to enjoy the weather, please go outside and do that. It's so very important. And that's about it for now. Oh, someone talked about our JoTyme Fitness apparel. How do you go about getting that? Well, at the end of the month as well, we're gonna have our shirts, our hats, our water bottles, everything. And all you have to do is go to the website, which is joettasportsandbeyond.com. But we're gonna give you that next week, because then you can order everything and have all of your equipment and look the part, be the part in August. Because August 1st, we're gonna start this amazing program. Actually, it's gonna be August 3rd, because that's when we do our next, our first session in August.
Yes.
I keep saying August 1st because that's my birthday, but it's gonna be August 3rd.
Yes.
So thank you very much, and we'll see you next week. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Okay, good night.